Hi there, Robin here, and in this video we're going to be talking about the PYLE PPHP898MX, featuring 4 mic inputs along with additional 4 line inputs. Also has Bluetooth, special effects, and graphic equalizer. It all bundles up together for a single one-handed carrying package. We're going to be talking about all the features and benefits coming up in this video. So here's an up-close look at the actual mixer that comes included with the unit. We've got 4 mic inputs, which are all XLR. Below that, we do have 4 line to mic input switches, allowing me to turn these XLRs into line inputs or into mic inputs. Under all of those, we're going to have the same features crossing the entire unit. We're going to have a treble high control, which goes from minus to plus 6 dB, and then the same thing with the bass. The red buttons, which are across the whole unit, are all related to the effects that are built into the unit. Down at the bottom, we're going to have volume level controls for each individual line input for 1 through 4. These, again, are all our mic inputs per se, and it'll allow us to adjust up and down the level against the channel next to it. At the very top, underneath all the channel indicators, 1, 2, 3, and 4, we'll notice a small red LED light. This will be our peak indicator, which will indicate if we've overmodulated, which means we've increased the channel too much and we're starting to distort those individual channels. So we want to see this at its minimum, not on all the time. For channel 5, 6, 7, and 8, these are our 2 1/4-inch inputs alongside of our 2 RCAs. Normally, I wouldn't recommend having both of these on at the same time. You're either going to plug something in with an RCA or you're going to plug something in using a 1/4-inch. 1/4-inch would be for an electric drum set or a keyboard. Below the 1/4-inch and RCA inputs, there is a button which indicates MP3 in line. This is how we engage our actual full digital display up on top, which again allows us to have Bluetooth or an MP3 via the USB slot. It also gives us the ability to adjust via an EQ button the settings on the unit. These are preset and not necessarily recommended to be running at the same time as the manual EQ located at the bottom. I would pick one over the other. It doesn't matter which one you use. Remember, this one is going to be the final out to the speaker adjustment. The one built up here in the actual DSP settings will just refer to the Bluetooth unit built inside. Again, not recommended to use an actual effect up here if you plan on increasing or decreasing the bass and treble down below. Also take note of the actual main knob located at top. This allows me to increase and decrease features located within the actual digital display. That would include volume control, all the actual DSP settings or built-in EQ settings. Also allows me to control the bass, low end, so I can cut it off at a certain point, or I can just leave it be and have it full range. It also allows me for bass and treble control, again, just by pressing the button and then turning the knob. Every time you press the button, it will change what is being displayed on the unit. There are 2 knobs located just off to the side here. The first one is actually the line level volume control for channel 5, 6, 7, and 8, and our Bluetooth option. We are going to be choosing between one of these 3 functions, either the Bluetooth MP3 player on top, 5, 6, or 7 and 8. That'll be your choice, and then you can control that level from here. Again, mixing it into the rest of the board. At the bottom, right here, this is our master volume. This is the main volume that's going to drive the speakers. So once you've adjusted everything, and maybe you've done it at 2 or 3, you can then turn it up more. Remember, we're trying to not peak the system out, which is why they actually give you a dynamic display right off to the side. These are 5 LED lights per channel. The first 3 are green, then yellow, then red. Yellow is a warning that you've gotten pretty close to the max volume of your unit. Red is somewhere we want to stay away from. At the very bottom, we have a 5-band graphic equalizer. We go from low to high, allowing us to adjust the bass, the mid-bass, mid-range, mid-highs, and highs all from one central point. It's very nice because you can see it at a glance and it's easy to actually control. The last feature to talk about are the actual effects. This unit here has 10 effects built into it, and it is a digital effect, so this knob does just turn around and around. Don't be concerned about the fact that you've gotten it and this knob doesn't stop anywhere. It's just a digital knob, has its landing points from 0 all the way to 10. Next to it is depth. This knob has been called many names. It can be called depth, it can be called echo, it can be called repeat, it could also be called parameters. So it's doing the exact same function of all those other words. What is it? It's increasing or decreasing the size of our effect. So whichever effect you have here, you can lengthen it or tighten it up just by using this knob beside it. That gives you pretty much endless when it comes to the effects that are built into it. So let's see how this unit actually plugs all in together. So here we are. This is what the unit looks like in scale. So we've got two 8-inch with tweeters packaged speakers off on each side. And if we were to put the whole thing together for a second, we'd unplug it, bring the units side by side, slide the speaker in, press the button, click one side on. Take the second speaker, same thing, slide it on, push the button, click it on, and there you go. The whole unit all set, ready to go. Again, to get it all set up, press the button, press the button. It should be that easy. We're going to pull one of the speakers off there. We'll pull off one of the other speakers here. Quickly take a look at the back side. There is a door that opens. When you open the door, you're going to find two speaker cables included, and you're going to find a power cord included. Close the door. Below that, you're going to find your 110-220 behind acrylic, so you don't need to mess with this. This just stays where it is, and a power switch along with your plug. So to plug in the unit, you simply just take the power cord that came included, slide it into the back. Speaker cables. For the first time, you are going to have to take those twist ties off. Let's talk about who would really like to have this. I think this is great for a garage band, for a rec room, somebody on their own if you're playing, small little spaces and you just want to have something portable and easy to use. That would be what you're looking for. So the cables that come included are about 3 meters. So we're going to say roughly about 10 feet long. Of course, you do get one for the left and one for the right. You can just plug that in there. And on the back side of the speaker, if we turn that around for a moment, you're going to plug that right in there as well. So there we go. That speaker's plugged in. So let's take the other side. So again, getting back to who's going to want to use it, I think it's fun. It could be for anything from karaoke to a small 2-3 piece band. Remember, you can plug your keyboard into it. You can plug your electric drum set into it. 8-inch is big enough for the rec room or the living room. It's big enough as a PA system for a classroom. So if you just need to get your voice out there and you really need to amplify it, then that's a pretty good way to get it done. Again, when we get back to features like karaoke, now that's pretty endless. With all the effects that are built into it, it makes it a real fun system. Plus, you can put it away when you're all done. And there you go. That's how complicated that was. Again, just 2 cables, plug in the 2 speakers, plug in the power cord, turn it on, and your system is now ready to go. And so when we're talking about power, it is rated at 300 RMS, 600 peak. But I mean, like I said before, it is great for a rec room. It's going to give you that volume you're looking for. One thing you may want to get with it is a DI box. If you plan on plugging in any stringed instrument like an electric guitar or something like that, DI box will make it easier and simple to hook up. It'll go from your 1/4 inch from your guitar cable, and it'll allow you to plug right into the mic line input, creating a high Z input. That's pretty much everything for this video. We've covered all the features and benefits. Again, I'm not going to take this out for a big professional gig, but I am going to enjoy this at home, in the garage, in the backyard, in a classroom, anywhere where I need a reasonable amount of sound, and I want to get a whole bunch of people excited. There you go. Thanks for watching. Maybe I'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.